Here is the entire Fortnite storyline in just 10 minutes. So let's get into it. It all started in 2017, when the 0 Point fused together to create the island. In the early days, we enjoyed the island. But then something changed. A blue light could be seen in the sky. It turned out to be a meteor that was hurtling towards us. It smashed down, which caused a huge crater, and inside the meteor was the Visitor. This was the first time we met a member from the Seven. His mission was to locate the 0 Point and escape without alerting the imagined order. It looked successful, as Loot Lake was where the 0 Point was based. The cracking reality left behind when escaping changed everything. That rift was used to awaken the cube, which rolled around until reaching Loot Lake, looking for the 0 Point too, but the cube's dark energy and water do not mix. And so the cube dissolved, turning Loot Lake bouncy. Its second attempt after reforming was also unsuccessful, as the 0 Point used the place in between time and space to destroy the cube. During the next event, the Ice King froze the entire island. His mission was to capture and contain objects of power that could reshape reality. Little did he know the island would immediately begin to thaw out. In Season 8, the vault was excavated, and we finally saw the 0 Point for ourselves as the vault doors opened. The ice thawing was due to the volcano, but the beast inside got out and rushed to devour the 0 Point. But luckily, the IO had built a mech to defend it, and the pilot in control was the Paradigm. She was so close to losing the battle that she cracked the 0 Point to overcharge her mech and saved the island. After a victory dance, she flew into space to find where that ice creature came from, leading to being disowned by the Seven, who saw Paradigm's actions as betrayal. The cracked 0 Point became unstable and imploded, sucking Jones in between different realities. This led to our first time hop in Fortnite, as other events of the chapter were undone and the meteor never landed here. The visitor's pod opened again, but this was not the same timeline, and inside was the scientist who added tech to the rocket being built at Dusty Divot, before finally the end event arrived. In an attempt to get to the IO's bridge of control, the Seven united to trigger a black hole event. This was the first time we saw the Nothing, a reality without reality. After 2 days of the black hole, the 0 Point reset and Reality Zero was back, revealing a whole new island. Midas was then introduced, who had the ability to change anything he touched into gold. He was secretly building a device which could force back the storm and end the 20-minute loop, although unsuccessful. This event gave us our first look into the imagined order and met Agent Jones for the first time. It didn't last long, and once again we returned to the loop. This energy from the 0 Point caught the attention of Galactus and raced across realities to claim it for himself. Luckily, Thor was on hand to call the Avengers in for help, and thanks to Iron Man, we won an epic battle, sending Galactus back to his own reality. During the 0 Point crisis, Agent Jones decided to switch sides. He now chooses to help the 0 Point rather than control it. He finds a way to free the leader of the Seven, the Foundation, who wasn't happy with Jones. But eventually a deal was made to revive the 0 Point, and so the Foundation sealed himself in. Chapter 2, Season 7 came along, bringing with it the last reality. These villains used the Ariana Grande concert to read the minds of loopers and uncover the location of the 0 Point, and soon after arrived to destroy it. The leader of the last reality was the Cube King, but he is another character to switch allegiances to the Seven, introducing the origin. The new ruler of the last reality is the Cube Queen. They quickly launch a full-scale attack on the island. During this time, we reluctantly join forces with the IO and Dr. Sloan. She sends us aboard the mothership to plant bombs, but we were double-crossed by Sloan, who sacrificed the loopers to blow up the mothership. Thankfully, we managed to survive, but so did the last reality and their army of cubes. And we finally learned the true origin of Kevin, who was one of the bad ones all along. The cubes began to duplicate, but one blue cube stood by us. The Cube Queen powered up, and the second end event was here. The battle was far from even. The last reality were going to win with ease, and out of nowhere the Seven suddenly appeared. The visitor and the scientist rushed the loopers to safety below ground. Down here, the Foundation searches for Agent Jones, freeing him from Sloane's torture chair. They rush to the center of the bridge in a last-minute attempt to flip the island. The weakness revealed by Kevin years earlier was key all along. The water is the Cube Queen's weakness, and the last reality is defeated. With the island flipped, brought a new map to explore, and learned this was in fact the home of the Seven. But the peace didn't last long. As the IO were drilling through the map from the flip side, they were not happy. With just one press of a button, their latest device removes the looper's ability of building. This caused another raged war between the IO and the loopers, who were led by the Seven. The loopers were winning and IO was being pushed back. So they made one last plan to end the life of the loop and start again. They built the collider. The Seven were desperate and needed all the help they could get. So the scientists searched the ice moon for signs of the paradigm. Thankfully, she was still alive and still had the mech. The Foundation did not trust her, but her skills as a pilot were unmatched, and so she repaired the mech. The loopers led by Paradigm took on the collider, while Jones led the loopers on the ground team. The mech became badly damaged during the battle. Out of nowhere, Peely saved the day, bringing us a slurp juice truck. In the final moments of the battle, it looked like we had lost, when suddenly the mech smashed them into another reality. The Seven had won and the 0 point was freed. During the battle, two members of the Seven sacrificed themselves, the Imagined and the Order, daughters of the IO leader Gino. His obsession with perfection forced him to experiment, but shattered into thousands of pieces and began rebuilding himself across multiple realities. The 0 point was now free. It began to regrow the reality tree. We had just won the battle against IO. Everything was perfect and everyone was celebrating, when suddenly the last reality re-emerged. This time using Chrome as their secret weapon. The Herald came to the island using the Chrome. It was so powerful that even the Seven couldn't fight against it. All members of the Seven are now missing except the Paradigm, who works with Jones and AI assistant Amy to use rift portals to look for the chromed members. We get confirmation that the scientist is alive, but is corrupt from the Chrome. Then the last reality attacked, and once again the 0 point defended itself, exploding the entire island. With the help of the Paradigm, Zero Fusion began, pulling realities together from multiple times and eras. This was the first time we saw the history of Fortnite and early snapshots of Gino, and this building was used by an early version of the Seven members. The 0 point once again is contained underground. The following season, the 0 point became petrified, with its power weakening day by day. Optimus Prime had to step in to warn us that our reality is doomed. Sloane and Jones have reunited, leaving everything in the past. And with the time machine in hand, the pair are trying to pull off the biggest escape in history, going back to 2018 to take the rocket ship and change reality forever. Right now, the 0 point is dangerously close to the last reality's cube. But what do you think will happen next? Leave a comment what you think will happen.
The power that once flowed through your island has faded, and formidable enemies have taken notice. The answers you seek lie deep within the starless void that brought you